There it is. 3, 2, 1. Welcome back to the 10-Minute Marketing Makeover. Happy New Year. Today, we are joined by Hillary Gale, founder at Minetta Copy, and we are talking email. Hillary, it's great to have you here. I always love the opportunity to talk shop with you. Thanks for making time.
Thank you for the invite, Derek, and Happy New Year. I'm so excited to be here.
Exactly. Well, let's jump right in. Time is ticking already. We're talking email today, specifically email growth. Before we go there, let me just ask. I know it seems self-evident, but email, why is it so important to your overall marketing strategy?
Such a good question. There are really two things that come to mind for me why it's so important. Number one, it is the only audience that you really truly own. So when you have an audience on social media, that audience loves you, they've decided to follow you, but you don't own that audience, you're renting that audience. It's really LinkedIn's audience or TikTok's audience or Instagram's audience, whatever platform you're on. It's really their audience. You get their attention, but you don't have control
Yeah.
over whether you're going to keep their attention or your content's going to get shown or anything like that. And the other thing that comes to mind is email is a little bit more intimate. To get
Mm.
someone onto your email list requires that they say yes to you in some way. You have to get permission to be able to email them first. And so psychologically, that's powerful. They've already said yes to you in some way. And so they're a little bit further in the journey of becoming your client than if they are just following you on social.
Well, and let's draw a line under that, advisors. They need to opt in. It's, again, seems self-evident, but I can't tell you how many email lists I wind up on that I didn't sign up for. So make sure that it's an opt-in opportunity for people and that you clearly have opt-out available so that if at any point, I mean, no one's ever going to do that, right? They get on your email list, they're going to stay because your content's so good, but make sure that that is clear so that they have that ability. Compliance is going to really appreciate it, as are the people on your email list. They want to know that there's an out available to them. Again, it'll never happen. Your content's so good, but I think that's a really important point. And again, this notion of owning versus renting, really important to consider, right? Your website, your email list, those are homegrown, owned platforms for you that you can really nurture and cultivate. You can segment differently. Like you said, that word intimate, there's a more direct communication that's happening there. Tina, thanks for joining us. It's great to see you in the comments there. Hillary, that's the context. That's the importance. You have two approaches that you have been sharing with advisors. They're having a lot of success from them. You're getting a ringing endorsement from me because same thing's happening on my end with these. So let's jump into them. First, what's one of these growth strategies? Because that's really the concern here. Not only is email important, but you've got to grow this list and you want to do so in a way that's intentional. It's easy for an email list to plateau. So what's one of the things that you can do to keep it moving forward?
Yes. And one thing that I want to say is it's hard enough to grow an audience on social media. It's harder to grow an email list. So having these strategies in your back pocket, I think are really important. The number one thing that I'm excited about right now is collaborations. Similar to what we're doing right now, Derek, is doing collaborations. Oftentimes, collaborations like live sessions or webinars where someone has to sign up and give their email address in order to view the content that's being created with your collaborative partner. These are really fun for people. They get two insights, two insights from two experts at once. And so that feels really valuable. But with these collaborations, you're getting access to an audience that already trusts somebody else. So it's a little bit of a warmer audience than you just promoting your own solo webinar to a cold audience, to people who have never heard from you, right? And so people are more likely to sign up when you're cross-pollinating your audiences with another trusted expert. Now, I like to differentiate, when you're collaborating with someone, find someone who serves your same audience, but in a different way, perhaps. So you have complementary services. A really easy one to think about for advisors is doing a collaborative webinar with a CPA or doing a collaborative webinar with an estate planning attorney. These are already professionals that you're likely collaborating with privately. with clients, if you can bring those collaborations public and you can create content in a way that requires people to give their email address to get access to it, that's a really, really fast way to grow your email list. I recently shared with an advisor this strategy during a consultation call, and he's doing his first collaborative webinar. I actually think he did it in December. And he and a colleague of his, they serve the same audience. They posted about their session on LinkedIn. They shared it with their email lists. And within the space of a week or so, they had over 200 people sign up. So that's, 200 people added to his email list now that he can nurture that are warm leads for him.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, and also that adjacency. We were talking about this before we were live. One of the great things there is the complementary nature of that. Just to give an example, if somebody watches this 10-minute marketing makeover episode, they reach out to me. And in our initial conversation, it's clear that I'm not the best fit for them, but you are. Then not only am I providing a referral, it's not a cold handoff at that point, right? And so if a project is outside of your bailiwick and it fits within that of the person that you're working with, or again, if you're a better fit than I am, what a wonderful opportunity instead of the, hey, let me do the introductions and you can get to, they've already done that. And so it's a wonderful opportunity for you to take advantage of one another's adjacent audiences. You get to broaden your reach in that regard. People get to know you more. That's really what this is about. Now, we've got a second approach that you're seeing good results from. So we have an example of this. What's the technique? And then let me hop over to the other scene here.
So this second approach is kind of a spin on the traditional PDF lead magnet. And I think that PDF lead magnets, they absolutely still have their place, especially really good PDF lead magnets, things that people really want. But I also think that in 2026, people are having a little bit of PDF fatigue, right? People they've downloaded PDFs before, they've gotten onto email lists. A lot of people don't end up reading those PDFs, they don't end up being very useful. And so I think there's a little bit of fatigue here that just means we need to broaden the way that we invite people onto our email lists and give them free content. And so this is a financial readiness scorecard. What makes this different from a PDF is that somebody gets an insight about themselves immediately after they take the scorecard. And so it's personalized in a way, it's interactive, and they are able to get what's the word I'm looking for? They're able to get personalized insights based on their biggest pain point themselves. So this particular example here that's on the screen is for a CPA firm. So it's adjacent to advisors, but a little bit different. And so what this scorecard does is it helps business owners understand how financially ready is my business? How financially healthy is my business? So I just want to click through here. When they could get my score, it brings you over to a screen like this one where they answer questions. It's essentially similar to a quiz. They're answering questions about their own business. There's only 16 questions. It's nothing too long. And so then at the end of the scorecard, they get a screen with a video of this particular CPA accountant here. And he goes into more detail about the lowest score that they got on the scorecard. On that screen, they're getting more information. And then if they want to put their email address in for even more, then on the back end of that is more personalized insights related to their lowest score. So again, it's just kind of a spin on the traditional lead magnet idea, something that's more personalized, more valuable to the prospect. And then the other great part of that is now you know what their biggest financial pain point is. They're segmented in your email list. You can send them really unique, personalized content from then on to get them to book a call with you.
It's fantastic. Well, and it gets back to this notion of play, right? There's a serious play involved when somebody has the opportunity to actually explore in this way. And like you say, have a personalized result. One of the other things I think it's very important to keep in mind here, because this can get overwhelming very quickly. You can move from the realm of play into a sense of fatigue, even obligation, right? The difference between discovery and homework. You don't want any prospects doing homework. You want them to be able to engage freely in this way and to feel a sense of reward. This is one of the reinforcements that you're giving. So the concision, the brevity here is very important. Like you say, 16 questions, never a bad idea to let people know what the estimated time investment is up front. That's very, very helpful to them, right? 3-minute quiz, 5-minute quiz. We're seeing that more and more. But I also love the back end of this and all of the opportunities to automate so that it's not you're just plugging templates in and you're sending out the same emails. But like you say, this feeds into a system of segmentation that's already mapped out so that you can guide people clearly and confidently from, hey, this is kind of interesting. I'd like to learn a bit more to, hey, I'm really interested in becoming a client of yours. So these are two fantastic strategies. I am so glad we had the opportunity to bring them. Now, I would love another 10 minutes, but we are at 11 minutes already. Hillary, I can't thank you enough. Again, this is phenomenal information. We have a QR code that we want to share, and this is for an offer that you have at Moneta. So let me bring this up. Give us a little more detail on this.
Yeah. So the 7-day email list growth sprint, these are easy ways that you can grow your email list that don't take a lot of time and effort for you. So if you click the QR code, you'll sign up for it, and then you'll get an email once a day for 7 days with something that you can implement. It should take less than 20 minutes each day. Some of them take less than 5 minutes. And they're just easy ways for people to get into your email list from different points in your marketing ecosystem.
Oh, that's fantastic. Well, this episode will be available via recording, and we will make sure that all of you have access. You can take a screenshot or a camera shot of the QR code, but we will get it in the comments as well. We also have your contact information. Some additional 60-second advisor marketing tips are available on the Constellar Creative website. So here's a QR code that will get you over there. Again, contact information. Advisors, fellow marketers, if you have questions or insights you want to share, please drop them in the comments or get in touch with Hillary or me. We're always excited to keep the conversation going. Hillary, thank you so much for joining us for this episode, the first of season 3 in 2026. We'll be back in a couple of weeks with guest co-host Laura Garfield from Idea Decanter. They've got a survey cooking right now on video trends and obstacles advisors are facing. So I have a sneaking suspicion that's what we're going to be covering then. Hillary, thank you so much. And for those of you who tuned in, great to see the chat so active, and I look forward to seeing you in a couple of weeks. Thank you.
Thank you.